Dear students, Jai Hind and very good morning. Welcome back to our e-learning session. Okay, as you know, let us first, this is your lecture number 6. Okay, in this particular chapter of data handling. Understood? What I want to share with you is that, as you all know, that in our previous lecture, we have been discussing regarding how to find relative frequencies, and for that, if you can remember, I have utilized a particular word, that is probability. We have already discussed one example regarding to find probability and also to find percentage of chance of occurrence. At that time, I utilize one word. When you speak percentage of chance of occurrence, simply you mean percentage of probability. It simply means that only. Now, in this particular lecture, we want to solve at least 3 examples to make your concept quite clear regarding this. We will discuss 3 examples. Everywhere we will find a percentage of chance of occurrence. Understand? Everywhere we will find a relative frequency. Okay, let us do, dear student. Let me write one example here. Okay, actually we are continuing the topic which we have targeted in our previous lecture. We continue the same topic of understand putting telemark and all these things. We are going to actually doing the same thing in solving again some of the example. Let me write first example for you today. Okay, what is the sum is about? Please write down. It is like a coin. Please note down the sum with me. A coin is tossed. It is the question. A coin is tossed 10 times. A coin is tossed 10 times. Okay, and following outcomes. A coin is tossed 10 times. Understood? And following outcomes are observed. A coin is tossed 10 times and following outcomes are observed. Let me write the outcome H. Means when you toss the coin once, H appeared. Then T, then again H appeared as the outcome, again H appeared as the outcome, then T appeared as the outcome, then H, then T. Understood? Then again H appeared as the outcome, again H, and at last we got T as the outcome. Understand? Now, what is the question here? If you can remember, in the example which we have solved in the previous lecture, what was the question at that time? It was the question, prepare frequency distribution based on number of head. Here, dear student, not such question has been mentioned. What they have mentioned is that find a simple question. Find percentage of, direct question is this, find percentage of chance of occurrence for head H and tail, that is T. Okay. So first you understand the question. In the previous example which we have been solving, they have given a specific word, prepare frequency distribution based on number of heads. Here there is no such question, direct chance of occurrence for head and tail. But in test it may happen that I may give you a question, in that I may mention that prepare frequency distribution. Understand? And then find percentage of chance of occurrence. Okay, how can we solve this particular example? Before I start discussing this particular example, see the example of the previous lecture. The title of the column, there the first column has been titled outcome. Here also, dear student, we will title the first column as, understood, outcomes. Let me make the First title, outcome. Okay. Then I will place the title number of heads or tails, because there is no specification here regarding number of heads or tail, because only one coin has been tossed. Then, dear student, tally marks. That's my third column. Then, as you know, frequency. Next column, outcomes, number of heads or tails, tally marks, frequency. Then you all know, dear student, what is that? Relative frequency. Relative frequency. And at last, chance of means percentage of, chance of occurrence. Okay. So all columns we have already made. The first column is about outcome. Let me just make this. Second column will represent number of heads or tails. Then comes the tally mark. Then comes the frequency. Then comes the relative frequency and chance of occurrence. Understood? Let us just go on putting the values as usual. Understand? Can you tell me what I should place in outcome? What type of outcome are observed by you, either H or T? So can I write this way, H and T? Number of head 1, number of tail 1, tally mark. Actually here are only 10 observation appear. So directly, dear student, you can count the tally marks for head 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let us place. How to place 6 tally mark? You all know. Group of 5 and 1 extra. Then the tally marks for T 1, 2, 3 and 4. So you will show a group of 4 tally marks here. You understood this? Now frequency, it is 6. This is 4. And as you know, total of the frequency 10, also known as sample space, that you know. Again and again we are utilizing this particular word to make your mindset clear. Total of frequencies is always known as sample space. Let us try to find a relative frequency for both. Do you know how to find relative frequency for this? You will write this way, dear student. 6 upon 10. I am not cancelling. Understand? You can do it, but I am keeping it as it is for time being. Here, dear student, you will write 4 upon 10. Okay? Total of all relative frequency is always 1, or to make it more clear, what word I should use? The total of all frequencies, or sorry, total of all probabilities is always 1. That you know very well. Okay. Now let us find the chance of occurrence. How can you find the chance of occurrence? Relative frequency to be multiplied by 100, 10 10 ja. First one delivered you 60%. 4 upon 10 into 100, this is cancel it, delivered you 40%. Total of chance of occurrence is always 100%, that you all know very well. First, dear student, just have a look at this sum, just the pause of only 2 minutes, so that you can be able to write and able to understand each and every concept I have written here. Please verify, then we will go for the second example. First, you just have a look at this sum, try to understand the sum, okay, write down the data if any missed out during the explanation. If you have missed, please write down before we take one another such type but little difficult examples. Okay, first you just verify this, and then we will go for one more difficult example. First you need to understand this. Okay, is it clear? Have you understood how to make columns, how to title the column, and how to find relative frequency, and how to find percentage of chance of occurrence? You understood this? Let us go for one another example. Okay, you noted down each and every word written on the board, because sometime you got the homework in such a way that, and every now and then you all know that you are receiving such type of homework from all examples. Why? During the lecture, that time, dear student, if you haven't written the sum completely, then it becomes difficult for you to write it twice. That's why I am giving you a pause for only a little time period, so that If you have missed anything at the time when the lecture is going on and explanation is going on, you can write. Okay, let us do one another example, a little difficult, but involves the same type of concepts. No change in the concept at all. Understood? But the example which you will be given now, you have to first understand the given data, and based on the given data, you have to try out this particular example. Okay, let us first write this particular example for you. Okay, let me write. The example is like this: three coins. Just write down the sum with me. Three coins are. Just write down the sum. Three coins are tossed six times. Means, dear student, you understood? In the example in our lecture number 5, it was, if you can remember, an example where you are given that a pair of coins, if you can remember, means two coins in that were tossed 8 times, as you know. Here, three coins are tossed 6 times, and following outcomes are obtained. Following outcomes are obtained. Three coins are tossed 6 times. 6 times we are taking the three coins and we are tossing it 6 times. And the following data is obtained. See, the first outcome I am writing H T. First, please write the outcome with me, and then we will discuss the question HTT. Then we got THT. Please note down H. Then we got T H. Then we got T. See, dear student, first, this is the data given to you, and do you mind one thing here? When you are taking three coins and you are tossing, so your each outcome will have three observation, because you are observing result of each and every coin. Every time you will get the outcome consisting of three results of each and every coin. So first, do you understood HHT? That means you are getting on the first two coins head and on third coin tail. Second triplets of outcome, you can call it triplets HTT. On the first coin you obtain H. Second and third coin you obtain tail. Here, first coin you obtain tail, second H, third T. Here in this case, you are getting heads on all the coins when they were tossed. Here, first tail, then two heads. Here, three tails. When you tossed three coins at a time, you opt tails. Now, dear student, what we are going to do is that if you can remember the previous the question which we discussed previous lecture, where I told you prepare, if you can have a book, please have a look at this. Just have a look. What was my first question? Prepare frequency distribution based on number of heads. That was my question. Here I am changing the question. Baki relative frequency, percentage of chance of occurrence, all question remain the same. The only difference is in question is here we are preparing frequency distribution based on number of tails. You understood this, number of tails. Okay. So dear student, when you are preparing based on number of tails, first important column will be outcomes. As you know, you should understand this now, that the first will be outcomes. What type of outcome we are getting it here, dear student? Either we get H, H, H. You can see. Please look at the example with me. H, H, H. Somewhere you are getting HHT also. Just look at the observation given here. HHH, HHT, somewhere, dear student, H, T, T. Just look at the given observation. HTT or THT. Okay, and then as you know, understood TTT. First you tell me why I have written. I have first selected those outcome having only no T at all. Then second, such outcome where there is one T. then such outcome where there are two t's, then such outcome where there are three t's. This way, dear student, be little more watchful. Okay, now let us write number of tails. As you know, number of tails, because such outcomes HHH does not involve any tail, means 0. Such outcome involves one tail. Such outcome involves two tail, and such outcomes actually involves three number of tails. Okay, then as usual, next will be telemarks. How many observation containing HHH? Only one. How many carrying HHT? One is here, HHT, and one is here. છે ને? HHT, THH, ultimately તો both are same only, so 2. How many containing HTT or THT? HTT, THT. Understand, HTT and THT, only 2. Understood? And how many containing TTT? Only 1. And now, dear student, next column is off. After the telemark, next column will be of frequency. Let me write all titles, then it will be relative frequency, as you all know. Then it will be percentage of chance of occurrence. Percentage of chance of occurrence. HHT, here dear student, in or you can also write THH. Okay, HHH, HHT or THH. You have to see where 1 T appears, 2 T appears, 3 T appears, no T appears. That way you need to verify. Frequency here is 1. Frequency here is 2. Here frequency 2. Here 1. Total of the frequency, that is 6, which is actually called sample space, as you all know very well. Understood? So sample space, that is 6. Now outcome, number of tails, telemarks, frequency, and then let us try to find relative frequency. How to find relative frequency? As you all know, for each particular event, 1/6. This is relative frequency for getting 0 tails. Then 2 upon 6. Okay, relative frequency for getting one head. Then again 2 upon 6. And then again 1. Total is always 1. Why I am not cancelling? For just for your understanding, if you add 1 upon 6 plus 2 upon 6 plus 2 upon 6 plus 1 upon 6, 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1, 6 upon 6, 1, and that is yours. And as certain, one of the most important property of probability, that the sum of all probabilities is always 1, that you all know. That's why I am just keeping this as it is and not cancelling, just to make it more sure in your mind. Understand? And this word I am speaking again and again. The total of all frequencies is always called a sample space. Let us find percentage of chance of occurrence. Divide this by 6 already. Understood? 16, 6, yeah. Let us take this way only. Right? 16, 6 ja 96. 4 is left, 0. 6, 6 ja 36, again 4. So this will continue, dear student. So it is going to reoccur. So you can write 16.66 here. 2 upon 6 into 100. First you cancel, dear student. 16.66, just you multiply. Okay. So this is 2 6 are 12. Okay. 1 13, 1 17.32. Again 2 upon 6 into 100, just cancel. 17.32%, and 1 upon 6 into 100, similar to the previous, 16.66%. Total always turn out to be 100%. Understand? It may happen here that when you divide 100 by 6, you are not getting a terminating decimal. As you all know, I just now told you that 16.6666 is going to carry. It is not going to end. It is going to reoccur. So because this division is not terminating decimal, it may happen that when you do total, may not be 100 but quite near to 100. Understood? So this is the way we can find frequency and percentage of chance of occurrence. Dear student, whenever you are given any such type of homework, you have to be very conscious about one thing. This is very important, how to place the outcome. Understand? Maybe you are given a simple sum regarding number, but at that time also, dear student, how to list out the outcome, how to, somewhere it may happen that you solve not the sum regarding this, but an example regarding number. You may have to avoid this column. Here you just write number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. Directly it's a question of telemark, finding frequency, finding relative frequency, and finding the percentage of chance of occurrence. If I ask you a question, which is the most probable outcome, to getting one or two tail, because here in both the case the percentage of occurrence are similar. So in exam or in test, if you are asked this question, out of all these outcome, which are the most probable outcome, the most probable outcome are of getting, how will you write the answer? Most probable outcome are getting one tail or two tails. Which are the least probable outcome? So the least probable outcome are getting no head, 0 means no head, or 0 means no tail, or 3 tails. These are the least probable outcome. Okay, dear student. So actually what I want to just convey you is that why this topic of probability is mostly we have completed. We may discuss some MCQ and all. Understand, that's all different thing, but one thing which I want to share with you is that they have included this topic as a part of statistic, because in higher standard probability is an integral part of statistic, where actually you are utilizing the word probability only, but not to just uplift you to the concept of higher standard 9, 10, 11, 12. They have confined themselves by utilizing the word relative frequency rather than probability. Mostly they have somewhere utilized the word probability, but ultimately they mostly confine themselves in utilizing the word not probability but possible outcome, percentage of chance of occurrence. Not they have utilized the word percentage of probability, but ultimately you all know that either you speak the word outcome, you speak the word frequency, you speak the word relative frequency, ultimately all are conveying one word, simple word, that is probability. You understood this, dear student? So when first you just note down the given data, and whenever you are asked such example, please be sure how to solve such type of example. Okay, dear student? So concept of probability looks to me that my effort has understand been to just make your mind very clear regarding the concept of probability, possible outcome. Okay, thank you very much from Bharat.